Hi guys, my name is Destiny Ram, the Fairy Godmother Finance, and it is my job to bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots. Now, if you guys are anything like me, it has always been your dream to be able to work from home, and make the type of impact and income that is going to be able to change your lifestyle and to just really give a sense of accomplishment. So, if you stay tuned, really quickly, because you guys got a lot of things to do. You're very busy. You don't have time to watch 45 minutes to an hour of your time away on just a random webinar. But we're going to talk about how you are able to make anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a month working from home in a recession-proof industry. Okay. Now, what do we mean by recession-proof? Well, this opportunity that we're going to talk about today is an age-old profession. Okay, which means that it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So you don't have to worry about hopping on the latest trend or doing any of those other kind of things like that. But I do have one question. Do you crave work-life balance? Plenty of times you'll have started working for yourself and you'll find out that you're actually putting in more work hours than you have when you are just working at a job for someone else. Or if you are working and lots of hours, it takes a lot of money to be able to catch up to maybe one or two sales of what you can do for working for yourself at home. But do you want to be able to deposit $5,000 or more every single month straight into your bank account? That's the next question that I have for you. Are you ready for that? Sounds exciting, huh? And in case you were wondering, because I know I felt you a little skeptic. I felt that. Just in case you were wondering, no, this is not ecom, okay? You're not going to have to manage an online store in a saturated market that has lots of moving parts. So no, this is not Amazon, okay? This is not eBay. This is not Walmart online. This is not Shopify or any of those online stores like that, okay? This is not crypto. I know nothing about digital currency, forex trading, or any of those other buzzwords. It's not my thing as far as finding out how to best navigate that world, because that is not an that's beyond me. And this is not an ad agency. Okay, we're not going to tout to you how to really use social media marketing to get leads or ads for other people, which is a necessary service, but everyone's doing it. It's kind of played out, it's saturated, and over time it's getting harder and harder to be able to convince someone to give you a chance to run ads and do social media marketing, especially within that sub niche. And most importantly, this is not an MLM, okay? We're not going to ask you to bug your friends and family to sign up or to buy anything, or anyone to join your downline so that you can go and flatline weeks later and not make any profit. This is not any of those industries, okay? Now, you're probably wondering, who is that you're talking to? Well, again, if you guys probably missed it, my name is Destiny, okay? Again, I'm the Fairy Godmother Finance, and I wear a lot of titles, have a lot of certifications that I've reached over the years. But mainly, I am an ERO, which is an electronic originator. It's a fancy word for I'm authorized to do taxes and to file unpaid taxes or unfiled taxes, tax returns for taxpayers. Um, it's a step above a traditional taxpayer, and it's on a style of where you are able to represent the taxpayers in tax court, resolve any other paperwork, letters that they may get in the mail. Um, I am primarily in the finance industry where I do taxes, bookkeeping, business funding, and wealth and retirement strategies, primarily to B2B, which is business to business, but sometimes those things can overlap into the individual consumer or client. I'm an author, a public speaker, and advisor, and I've worked in finance. I worked for myself for a little over 11 years now. And I'm just really excited to tell you why I believe that it's time for a flexible opportunity that's going to pay you anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 every month, right from the comfort of your own home. Now, you want to know, why should you take this opportunity, right? And the answer to that is very simple. It's because of the value, okay? A professional and legitimate work opportunity that brings work-life balance and flexible schedules, all doing this from the comfort of home. Well, all you need is a computer and the internet to get things done. Or maybe you want to travel around the world, wherever you just need wherever you have access to an internet connection, you have your laptop or computer, you're able to do these things. How cool is that? I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys have tried to start up a work from home, a business, maybe doing the social media marketing or doing the coaching and stuff like that. And you've run into some problems where a lot of the gurus are trying to turn you and telling you that you have to do all of the things, where you have to run all of your own ads, create all of your own ads, write all of the word copy for all your pages and websites and landing pages and this software and connecting this software, do all of the that's what we call doing all of the things, okay? Which means that you're wearing all of these different hats. And let me tell you, the key issues with that is that most of these work from home opportunities are going to not only require different hats, but tons of experience. Not just learning how to do those things, but being able to execute and get all of these things going. Either a ton of experience and comfort and confidence within yourself, being able to execute that, and having and establishing your own voice, but it also incurs tons of startup costs. And I also consider uh, how much money I've paid, which is at this point countless, into coaching programs, which ultimately required me to learn how to do all these extra other things myself, which is it's I'm almost embarrassed to say how much I spent this time, but I know that ultimately it helped to, I guess, shape me in a way. If you have a physical location or physical material, oftentimes it's going to include lots of overhead. You have to go out, find a space, you have to know what you're looking for, have to know how to navigate and sign a commercial lease, get signs, get postage, get a furniture, get a build out of your store, get employees there, run local ads to be able to get people to come into your business. It's a lot, okay? Just in order to get, just to be able to get someone in store. And all of these multiple hats and systems ultimately block you by like time, skill, and your money. And all of this, even if you are working with a franchise or something, you have to pay them royalties, all of this before you can start or recoup investment. So what that means is that for the next year or two, typically you are not making any money. You're just spending, spending, and spending some more. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, with this type of opportunity that we're going to talk about today, I'm going to tell you, I know you guys are chomping at the bit to find out what is it already. That's going to end today, okay? You're going to be able to recoup your investment and start making money in only 2 sales. How cool is that? So now that we've already introduced the problem, here is the solution. You guys ready? We need tax professionals to prepare client tax returns, save them money on taxes, and then assess the potential to help them in other key areas. I know, genius, right? Have you guys ever thought about that? Yes. So ultimately, we have everything that you need is going to come into this program, into the course, right when you start from the very beginning, so that you know that this is a true business in a box opportunity that will literally pay for itself. Are you guys interested yet? What's even more amazing is that you can start completely from scratch. In only a matter of 1 week, you can already be earning money. You can't really say that with any other opportunity. You just can't. It's unheard of. It's unprecedented unless you already have the connections, the following, and someone to help you put together and manage and do all of the things. Okay, and you know what this is going to help you do ultimately is it's going to help you free up your time. Okay, that means you're going to be able to stop wearing all of the different hats and reaping none of the rewards. Okay, you're going to be able to stop that vicious cycle of investing in the program, not finishing the program, because in the meantime, you still got to eat, right? So what are you doing? And then you're burnt out, and then you're juggling life. So you ultimately just end up putting your program back on the shelf to try something else, and then you get to be stuck on another cycle of shiny object syndrome. I know, I've been there before, doing all of those different things. That's how come I can tell you from experience. All of that's going to stop today. It means no more being the marketer, no more being the service provider, no more being the vendor, the purchaser, the customer service rep, the social media strategist, and the other titles. At this point, you can just be the expert and just get paid, okay? What are we doing? Well, actually, the programs you can start is a training program where you are able to work from home as a tax pro with Tax Monkey and accounting. Okay. And here's the question: have you ever heard of a work from home opportunity business that you could get promoted? I'm pretty sure you haven't. Oftentimes, you get into a program or a business opportunity where you are just doing the same thing repetitively, and it's like, okay, you want to take it to the next level, you want to learn something else. For all you challenge oriented people, you can promote yourself. How's that? With more education within the tax field, you can do so many things. And here's the thing: you can start here with our tax preparation course, Tax Pro Plus. Okay, this is where you start. Everyone starts learning how to prepare taxes. You're going to help taxpayers to file their unpaid taxes and stay in the clear with the IRS while working from home. There is a 100% online certification. Okay, so at the end of the course, you get a certificate. I'm going to show you what that looks like at the end. We're almost there. This course is accelerated learning. So instead of spending months, weeks, years, you can actually do what's our boot camp, especially at this time that I'm recording this, which is the 25th. Tax season has already started, but little do you know, tax season is all year round. So some people have late filing, some people need to file unpaid back year taxes, some people need to file quarterly, depending on the situation. So I mean, even past tax season, which ends usually in April, they've been given extensions because of the pandemic here, but it's an all year round type of profession. So the next thing you could do, you could start here as a tax planner. Tax planners essentially institute tax saving strategies, okay? And this could be in personal finance or within their business, and it can still be done working from home. All you're doing is going through say, hey, because the tax planners are going to take their information and then file them and use the best form, the recommendation strategies to be able to get them filed right then and there. But if they're planning ahead, that's going to say, hey, next time when your filing comes, why don't you do this and do that instead of this and that? And you can be able to save money on your taxes and reduce the amount that's going out so you can keep more and, increase your take home. So that has an online certification course, okay, and it's accelerated learning as well. Our most advanced is a tax pro enrolled agent, of course, and that is short for EA. I mean, that's what EA stands for. Our tax representation course basically reduces tax liability, how much they owe, and then they negotiate a settlement amount with the IRS. So basically, like if they owe a certain amount, like typically $10,000 or more, and that could be from payroll taxes, that could be from cascading taxes from industries like in the restaurant field, or individuals who are high net worth or ultra high net worth, and they owe taxes in the thousands, in the high thousands. They typically, or even if there was a mistake and they get audited on their taxes, it is a very it's a very lengthy process, and that way you're able to make money more consistent, or make bigger deals, get bigger deal cases set from them, so you're able to obviously take home more, right? With that, that is one of the most advanced outside of being a whole tax attorney. You're essentially representing them in tax court, okay? So I mean, essentially that is There's a lot of different areas and or avenues that you can go with that, but you can see how valuable and how important these opportunities are. You are not going to be taking orders essentially in any of these positions, but you are the professional. So it's going to be a lot easier to make the sales coming from a place of authority instead of begging someone to, name say, help or be helped with your service. But knowing that, guys, I just have one question. Are you excited yet? Because we are. I definitely am, but we're excited to have you in on the team. Um, but you guys are wondering how much is the pay, right? So, on average, if you work about what 15, 20 hours is what part time. Any more than that is considered like 30 to 35. I mean, 30 to 40 hours is considered what full time. So, but if you work part time on average, you can see anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per month in additional revenue. Okay. And that's about what anywhere from four to like maybe six sales. And if you dive full time into the business, you can see on average 10,000 or more. Okay, and that's for the entire, that's every month, that's for just a month. Now you're wanting to know how to get started. So now that you've pretty much got an idea on how tax pro and tax pro plus our different courses work and what's included in those things, what is expected of you rather, it's time to fill a quick submission form. Okay, and then you can see the little arrow here. After completing the enrollment form, you're going to be able to select the tax pro class that you want, pay, and then we will call you to set up orientation and get you started based on the next class that we have. We're going to be able to discuss login so that you can get training, get started, and things like that. And depending on where you're seeing this at, you may get the form, or you can just go into pretty much like our online store. It asks you for the same information before you purchase, which is your name, phone number, email, so that we are able to reach out to you and get you onboarded that way and set up some time to talk to you. And outside of that, you want to know what's included in your in my tax pro training. The first thing we're going to go over, obviously, is going to be tax law. Now, our course, our training is approved and accredited for continuing education in order to stay legit and legal with the IRS. You are required every so often to take a certain number of hours in a formal class setting to get what's called continuing education. Our tax law university, you are able to claim these hours for the continuing education, and that's included into the program to make sure that you guys stay in compliance and above board. Um, because anyone can do taxes, but not everyone can go and do them correctly and to actually be authorized and go through the proper channels. You guys are going to go through the proper channels with us to make sure that everything's legit, compliant, and above board. The next thing after learning tax law is the tax software and the training. Okay, you got to be able to work the software, and then you're going to get training on how to speak with the customer, with the taxpayer, or your customers. You're going to be able to learn how to answer certain questions and how to present and do things like that, learning about pricing. All of those things we're going to cover. Your tax law, you're going to get a login, that part self-study, and then we have ongoing training to be able to answer your questions and do group discussions like that. You guys automatically going to get a custom marketing flyer piece with your name, your phone number, your email specifically to share with your prospects. And then you're going to get a professional email and phone number to be able to contact the clients and have them contact you so that you look more professional. And then a calendar. We have two options where we can help you fill your calendar with tax appointments, or you can use our calendar and fill it yourself. And outside of that, you have ongoing training, admin and support, and more. Okay, so we do have a tax monkey shirt, a polo style shirt that you are able to get if you get into the program on time. And let me make sure. it's come to this point here where I really just ask you guys, just have a seat here, have a virtual seat with me. You've tried so many different programs that required you to do all of these different things on your own. And here we are uh, essentially taking the load off of you so that you're able to get started and actually make some real money and not have to worry about uh, your industry, your taxes being shut down, your type of opportunity being halted, where people can't afford you because everyone needs to get their taxes done. Everyone. Okay, everyone is gonna have to deal with the IRS at some point, whether they are exempt or not. Everyone still has to make reports or filings. So that means that that's something that you're always going to be able to draw back upon and make ultimately a lot more money doing that than you would at a traditional 9 to 5 working for someone else, where your pay will be stagnant for years at a time. You can promote yourself, give yourself a promotion, and climb the ranks and be able to do all of this without having to go into an office. Because let me tell you, in the past, it's been 3 or 4 weeks now, since, oh, okay, it's the 25th now. IRS started accepting returns on the 24th of January. So you have some people that's already made 40, 50, $60,000 in just this period of time, with like maybe what, I mean, 15 customers. So with like 9 or 12, they've already, gotten to the point where they've made $12,000 with even just 9 hours worth of work. And that's legitimate, pay. This isn't inflated numbers. This isn't math magic or any of those things. But if you just did even more work than that consistently, imagine if you that's just been 9 hours. Imagine what you'd get if you applied it consistently and you had a whole system going where you are able to help people. Imagine what you'd be able to get from that on average, anywhere from 6 figures and anywhere from $50,000 part time, less than like part time over the next 3 months, or a couple hundred, depending on if you're full time for the next few months. It really just depends on you. So, but here's the thing: after you've completed the course, the training, you guys, after you finish the tax law training and our weekly training, you're going to get a certificate of completion when you finish the training. Okay. And it looks a little bit like this. Okay. You're going to see your name here, obviously, and it's going to let you know which course you completed, and it's completing the tax pro training. We have a distinguished course and the day that you finished it, obviously. And we have Tax Monkey and Accounting, because that's us who you're taking your training through. That's the company's name. But I mean, now here we've reached the end, and a little over 20 minutes here. But I mean, clearly the pandemic has proven, I've been telling people for years, to get a side hustle, to get or start their own business. And, the pandemic has proven that it's not safe to sit on the sidelines. A lot of people before would ask me, say, "Oh, you're crazy. You don't have a job back on that pays you hourly." And meanwhile, these are the same people that sit at their jobs and they are miserable. They hate the people that they work with. They hate the hours that they work. They hate the work that they have to do. And they do nothing about it but complain. So it's like, and then a lot of people got laid off. A lot of people got fired. A lot of businesses got shut down with the pandemic and the uprising, and they had ultimately nowhere to go and nothing to do. So, I mean, this pandemic has, like I said, proven that it's not safe to sit on the sidelines, because some of those same people then have been reaching out to me, "Destiny, how do you do this and how do you do that?" Sometimes I feel like the tenfold hat guy at the end of the movies that people avoid the entire movie because they're crazy, but then they reach to them and now they're the person that of influence that's going to really save them all, because they're asking them what they should do as far as guidance and how they should move about. They finally start to listen. Well, the pandemic has brought that time period in the movie for everyone that they've been asking, how do they get started and what does this look like and what does that do, etc. So what I want to tell you to do, if we're supposed to give you a call to action, my call to action to you is to start with our tax pro certification today and make great income tomorrow. It's as simple as that. We have our classes starting. We want to make sure that you can get in as soon as possible so that you don't get held back, don't get delayed, and you don't miss our upcoming training that's coming. You can enroll today. Depending on where you're going to see this video at, it may be on our website, or it may be on a form that you can sign up. Wherever you see this at, you're going to be able to enroll and pick which level you're going to start at, which course you're going to be able to start it in their prices. And then from there, we will reach out to you with your name, phone number, and your email to be able to set up an onboarding for you and get you started. Well, with that being said, my name is Destiny Ray. I am the fairy godmother of finance over here at Tax Monkey and Accounting, and I can't wait to have you join our team. Thank you, and I'll see you on the inside.